Hello, and welcome to my safe space. I invite you to join me in adjusting your environment, your body, and your mind to a place you feel safe in. My hope is to empower you by sharing my own stories of triumphs and traumas while practicing self-care. Today, I'm going to be shaving my head. I have written up what I'd like to say because I know that this video is going to get a lot of attention because of what I'm doing, and my goal is to take advantage of this situation and have you listen to what it is that I'm creating here. This is the first video of many. In the 35 years I've been on this earth, I've had significant amount of life experiences that, by definition, regardless of my response, were traumatic. These traumas, events I previously judged in labels as a good thing or a bad thing that happened, have made me who I am, and they are not good or bad. And until very recently, the things I had dealt with were affecting my quality of life. I've shared many of my experiences either publicly through social media or directly when I share with individuals that I coach, train, or mentor, in addition to friends. But they're only pieces of what has made me who I am today. When I share my pieces, I see growth in myself and others, though, in abundance. I am positive about what I share. My intention in sharing my genuine optimism is to share how incredible the growth that follows the discomfort of change is. This has been a form of self-care for me, as my efforts to help others overcome their current obstacles has helped me overcome mine. The more people I impact, the higher I set my goals. And as long as I continue to reach my goals, including those I set for my self-care, I'm going to continue on this path. I'm not a therapist or a mental health professional, but I can share on this public platform some of the things that I've learned in my journey seeking clarity, while actively learning new and relearning some old self-care skills through whatever I have set as self-care goal for that day. I'm glad I wrote all of this down because I would not be able to focus at all. I recognize the need to share my personal growth beyond social media, working with training clients and volunteering in my community, which is why I'm making this series. I want you to hear how I did it so that you can reach your goals without using current obstacles as reasoning for not doing something now, right now. You can be sure of yourself, who you are, the direction you're going in, and how to regain control when it seems you have none. Because part of being in control is accepting that you have none. I've been waiting to feel that the time is right because I know how powerful my words are. What I have been through needs to be shared in a way that promotes empowerment while picking away at stigmas within our communities that affect all of us, whether directly or indirectly, by educating people on what I have personally gathered in my experiences. I had planned on shaving my head to bring awareness to a local nonprofit that impacted my family significantly, an idea I came up with this spring when I was growing dependent on others to brush or braid my hair. I realized when I began writing that I could no longer continue to share chapters of my story, expecting to make an impact as big as I'd like to make. There have been many individuals and organizations that deserve public praise and recognition, but they are people and organizations that I value, and I want how they helped to be shared in a way that continues to empower others. The local group, Umbrella is the name of it, they're here in Vermont, were elated to hear about my idea, not because of the monetary value that it could bring, but because of the value in my story holds. Me sharing the one story that they're familiar with holds more value to them than any fundraiser could bring in. I knew I wasn't aiming high enough by offering this chapter of mine to the local paper. Shortly after realizing I wanted to share more, to affect more, I was hospitalized. I'll share my stories of relearning how to swallow, how to walk, how to do everything all over again in another video. And honestly, I don't think those experiences will be the most impactful. Everything I share here has potential to help 2 people, and for me, that's enough to share. I am the first person to be. I hope you will join me in the growth. Uh, so why am I shaving my head? Clearly, I'm able to brush my hair now, but it continues to be something that is more or less in my way. I spend energy on it in the morning to brush it. What I do with it is dependent on if I want to be cute or functional, and I found myself asking, whose standards was I trying to meet? Who put it in my head that I needed hair to be cute? Why was I continuing to water this seed of destruction? I recognized I had been feeding the thought that I needed to look like anything to be accepted into work, society, my community, and relationships, and ultimately be respected by anyone, including myself. What was the purpose of keeping the hair? I had no answers. In the spring, when I was mustering up enough courage to reach out to Umbrella about my fundraising, I started by watching videos of women shaving their heads. These women were empowered. I didn't view them as losing their hair and gaining empowerment, although some vocalized that that's how they felt. I viewed them as women who were already empowered and shedding a final layer. It validated what I knew, what I felt within me, that I was keeping my hair for others. I would be beautiful without it. I am beautiful without it. When I was in the hospital, I saw how I can reach my goal of affecting more people, and it starts with starting. My goal in these videos is to influence individuals to actively support current issues within their communities while encouraging self-care. Today's focus was on introducing you to my why behind creating this channel while I shaved my head. I hope you were able to learn something. I love this so much. If you benefited from this video, please feel free to comment and share so that others may support your growth as well. Be well, and if you don't feel uplifted, go lift up the corners of your mouth. So good. I feel so good. I feel as good as I knew I would. Oh. It's crazy to lose a piece of your physical being, yourself, and still feel so whole.